could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three. So the money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas and possibly not.
In a surprising twist, Caitlin might just be rethinking her European move, despite earlier plans to step away from basketball. The game might not be done with her just yet.
Really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything.
Caitlin could be considering a move to Europe, with the massive offers on the table making it hard to resist. The money overseas is turning heads, and hers might be one of them.
Already in Istanbul, where she will be playing for the off-season, and from the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season.
After the way Caitlin has been treated by the WNBA, it's no surprise their viewership is starting to drop. If she chooses to take her talent elsewhere, it would be the final blow, and who could blame her?
Going to load up against better competition, and she played an entire college basketball season, and she didn't play well. And I said at the time, she didn't deserve to be on the Olympic team. And at the time, I felt
she had a season for the ages, breaking records left, right, and center. But now, the very league that overlooked her is scrambling to get her back. Since Caitlin Clark's arrival, WNBA viewership soared, but the moment she was sidelined, those numbers began to nosedive. And now, with rumors swirling about a potential move to the EuroLeague, the future of the WNBA is looking shaky at best. Clark's Rookie of the Year win? Leaked online over a week ago, yet still no official word from the WNBA. The silence speaks volumes. Nike, once proudly tied to her name with a headline-making deal, hasn't posted about her in months. Quietly, she's been iced out, not just by the league, but by the very brands that once celebrated her rise. The hate? Unbelievable. The agenda? Obvious. And for many fans, the answer is clear. Caitlin needs to leave fast. Few names in basketball have risen to stardom as quickly and powerfully as Caitlin Clark. From record-breaking college nights to electrifying pro games, she's captivated audiences at every level, but fame hasn't come without friction. Despite her talent and work ethic, Clark has faced resistance, criticism, and erasure. Now, Europe is calling. Bigger paychecks, a different culture, a fresh start. Could a move overseas not only revive her joy for the game, but also mark the beginning of a new chapter in women's basketball history? Today, we look at Caitlin's rise, the resistance she's faced, and the move that could shake the entire basketball world.
NBA has been a mess this year. It has been so unprofessional, and they need to step it up, and they need to step it up quick, and they also need to, I don't know if an apology is warranted to Caitlin Clark, or they just need to in general.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA has been nothing short of transformative. She hasn't just brought her talent, she's brought an entire wave of new fans, renewed energy, and the kind of highlight reel moments that make her must-watch television. The WNBA didn't just land a skilled rookie, they found a generational star with that rare factor that elevates the entire sport. But even with her undeniable success, Caitlin Clark has faced a series of challenges in her first season, challenges that go beyond the box score point. One of the most glaring issues? The league's physicality. Game after game, Clark has endured relentless pushing, shoving, and targeted aggression from defenders who see her as the biggest threat on the floor. Opponents know that disrupting her rhythm might be their best shot at winning, and they don't hold back. Even more frustrating for Clark and her growing fan base is the lack of consistency in how these tactics are officiated. Fouls that seem blatant often go uncalled. The message? If you're a star in this league, expect to take the hits. With little help from the whistle, many feel she's being forced to earn respect in a way that borders on unfair. The bruises, the body checks, the silence from the officials, it's become a troubling pattern. And then, there's the money.
Wembanyama, who was, an NBA star coming into the league, he just finished up his rookie season. He's going into his next. If you look at his rookie salary, which was around $55 million for 4 years, and then you look at Caitlin Clark's $300 and I think it was $38.
Being the face of the WNBA and one of the most exciting talents in the game, Caitlin's paycheck is nowhere near what she deserves compared to her male counterparts in the NBA or even players in international women's leagues. Caitlin's salary is shockingly low. While she's lighting up the court and bringing in new fans, her compensation falls far short of reflecting her value. In contrast, European clubs and leagues like the Women's EuroLeague are offering far more lucrative deals even to players who don't have Caitlin's level of talent or star power. Many European players earn significantly more than their WNBA counterparts, even though the level of competition may not always be as high.
Lots of folks that don't think she is praised enough and she is above reproach in terms of criticism, or that praising another player is an affront to her is like, whoa, bro. Like, also, like, you're in my mentions talking about women's basketball. I've never ever seen you before in my life.
For Caitlin Clark, it's a frustrating paradox. She's done everything right, put in the work, become the face of the league, and delivered game-changing performances night after night. Yet, when it comes to compensation, the numbers don't reflect her impact. Her presence has elevated the WNBA's visibility and marketability, but her paycheck tells a different story. The financial gap has only become more apparent when compared to Europe's women's basketball scene, particularly the EuroLeague, where growth has been steady and significant. Over there, top players aren't just better paid, they're treated like superstars. From packed arenas and passionate crowds to deeply rooted rivalries and full-throttle media attention, the atmosphere is electric. The support feels real, and more importantly, it feels earned. For a player like Caitlin, that kind of environment could be more than appealing, it could be transformative. What may have started as a short break, a chance to step away and recharge after a grueling season, could turn into something much bigger. Experiencing the respect, appreciation, and financial recognition that European leagues consistently offer might be enough to spark a career pivot. For someone who has often felt underappreciated or even disrespected in the WNBA, the message is clear: there's a world out there that knows her worth and isn't afraid to show it.
Clark, it seems like this entire season, she was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches, media people, so many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out enough. Her fans were the issue. Fever fans were the
major point that you want to make here, your major thesis statement on this, because every time Caitlin Clark comes up, I feel like there's something that you want to get off your chest in terms of this narrative, where you're frustrated.
Well, first of all, I'm not frustrated. Number two, I did get stuff off my chest on numerous occasions. I'm just reiterating my points because I think one of the things that needed to be mentioned was that even though Caitlin Clark is new to this, and even though she has proven to be a potentially sensational player, the resentment that some, not most, not all, that stuff that was going on was real.
Though Caitlin initially planned to take some time off from basketball, she's been open about her competitive nature. In fact, she's mentioned that she'd likely get bored quickly without the game. After all, Caitlin is a player driven by her love for basketball and an insatiable desire to compete. The idea of picking up a basketball again, but this time in Europe, where she could be better compensated and treated with the respect a star of her caliber deserves, must be in the back of
the playoffs. The Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
Somebody that's come along, who, by the way, I'm going to go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before. And what we were seeing from an abundance of folks appeared to be
If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. More content is on the screen now. Don't miss it.